Good morning, everybody. Lovely to see you this morning. We've just had the reading that Carol's given us from James chapter 2, and it talks about faith and works. So what does that mean? Now, my hand here represents our faith and belief in Jesus Christ. We love Jesus and we trust Jesus. And this hand represents works, good things that people do. And what James is saying is that those two things should come together like a jigsaw puzzle. That from our love for Jesus, we will want to do good things. And he gives this example of a rich person who sees someone on the floor and they haven't got a coat and they're freezing cold. And the rich person walks on by saying, "Oh, bless you, my child, you know, I will pray for you that God will bring you a coat," but actually does nothing about it. Well, is that faith and works together? So James also gives a good example, and the good example is of Rahab. So Rahab lived in a city called Jericho, and she lived in a house on the walls of Jericho. Now, the story goes that Joshua had been heard from God that he was going to destroy Jericho. So Joshua sent some spies into the city to look it out. But the king found out that the spies were there. So Rahab hid the spies on the roof, covered them with straw, and when the king's guards came, she told them that they'd already left and that they'd gone back into the desert. So then they managed to escape, and they went back to Joshua and reported what they'd seen. And after 7 days, the walls of Jericho came down by their marching around it. So that was Rahab having a faith in God. She listened to God, and from her faith, she did good works. And actually, she saved her family and herself and all the Israelites. So, what does this mean for us? Particularly you kids. So maybe you're in the playground at school and you see someone fall over. You're not just going to leave them there and go, "Oh, I hope you're feeling better soon." No, your love for Jesus is going to go over. You're going to help them up and you're going to take them to the teacher so they can get help. Or what about you've got a neighbour who's self-isolating at the moment and they're feeling really lonely. What about you writing them a card or drawing them a picture to put a smile on their face? You know, God sees our hearts and he knows the works that we're doing. And you know, he knows whether we're doing something just because the grown-up has told us to do it, or whether we're doing it out of a real love and a real faith and trust and belief in God. So today I thought it would be really good if we sing "A City on a Hill," because deep down we want to be this shining light for Jesus.
I am a city on a hill. I am the light in the darkness. Jesus living in me can change the world. La, 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 la. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. Let it shine. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. If God is for us, who can stand against us? Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. Let it shine. If God is for us, who can stand against us? Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine.